Hello, Josh Stevens here, Head Geek at SolarWinds. Today I'm going to demonstrate the new Engineers Toolset version 10 and specifically talk a lot about the new Workspace Studio. As a network engineer, I find the Engineers Toolset to be a great collection of tools, the most comprehensive collection of tools I've found as a matter of fact, to troubleshoot and diagnose network issues. Now many of the tools can be accessed right here within Workspace Studio by clicking Tools and then browsing down to the different types of tools like System Management Tools, IP Address Management Tools, network discovery tools like my favorite IP network browser, network monitoring tools like of course network performance monitor, and the real-time NetFlow traffic analyzer, and of course ping and diagnostic and SNMP tools. Now specifically new in Engineers version 10 though is the Workspace Studio. Workspace Studio allows you to create customized tabs or workspaces for troubleshooting common network issues and saves you a lot of time. Let me show you. I'm going to create a new tab. And I'm going to call this Internet Connectivity. Now if I needed to troubleshoot Internet connectivity here at the office, what I want to do is drag some gauges onto this tab. Specifically, I want a CPU gauge, maybe one for the router and one for the firewall. I probably want like a response time chart for some common web addresses, and let's go ahead and just grab a trace route for an example. Next, after you've moved the gauges onto your page, what you do is you grab the devices you want to monitor. So I want to grab my Internet Gateway router, drag it over there onto the gadget, finish. I want to go ahead and grab my PIX firewall and monitor CP load on that guy. And I want to grab a couple of different URLs and websites external to the company that might give me an idea of what response time's doing. Now, of course, I could also choose a common site like Salesforce.com and do a trace route to it to see exactly where the issues might be. Now, if during the trace route I decide that one of these hops are especially noteworthy, I can reach down and grab one of those and then drag it over onto the response time chart. Once you've done that, you can save the tab, and then the next time you receive a call on Internet connectivity, you simply double-click on it, and it's easy to launch. One of the other tools that I use a lot within the Workspace Studio is a switchport mapper. Switchport mapper is very easy to use and saves you a lot of time in terms of tracking down where users are connected on your Ethernet switches. Simply tell it the IP address for the router and switch that you want to map, and tell it to map the ports. I want to actually resize this to make it a little bit easier to read. As you see, very quickly we went out and discovered all the different devices plugged into our Ethernet switches, with their IP address, the duplex state, and the name of the device on the other end. Now, since switchport mapper is very important to me, I could also grab that and move it up to my toolbar and create a shortcut to it right there. There are many cool features of the Workspace Studio. I certainly couldn't go into all of them right now. Let me mention a couple more real quickly. First of all, on my Save tab for Internet connectivity, you might want to notice you can actually drill down on these charts just by moving the slider around. And if you have a specific time you want to then move around to, it's very easy to find those peaks and valleys and really drill down. You can also customize your gauges and actually go set thresholds so that depending upon the values collected, they can turn colors or set up alerts, so it's easy to tell when you have a problem. Now there are lots and lots of cool features within the Workspace Studio, but the only way you'll really know is to try it for yourself by going to SolarWinds.com and downloading a copy. Thanks a lot. Again, Josh Stevens here at SolarWinds with Workspace Studio and Toolset version 10.